Hi guys, I hope you're all well. So even though I do paint a lot of miniatures for a whole variety of games, there's only actually a few games that I actually play. One of them being Kill Team. And over about the past 3, 4 years, you probably would have seen me sort of make, I think I've got about 4 different Kill Team boards now. They all sort of change in the look and feel, obviously all about the same sort of size. I absolutely love making these boards up though. Obviously use magnets because, well, magnets are just awesome. So these are used to keep up the walls and the columns and everything else. And every time I have made a new Kill Team board, it's kind of been a bit of an upgrade from the previous one, as in better looking walls, more sort of configurations, very modular, obviously, because that's the main sort of aim of this game. Is that every time you play it, it's like playing on a different sort of spaceship. And yeah, absolutely love playing this. So I've been playing it for a good 3, 4 years. And each time I make the board, say they get that bit better than before. And with the last one I made, I managed to put a smoke machine underneath the tiles, as well as a variety of the tiles having lights coming up through them. So again, as well as having a great fun playing the game, it makes it sort of a nice diorama to take pictures of, well, any new sort of kill teams that I've made. So I am in the process now of making yet another kill team board. Again, this one's going to be a little bit different from all the rest, mainly because recently I've been getting into, well, smaller miniatures. I say this scale game, perfect for me, 32 mil, board's not too big. I think it's about 3 foot by 4 foot. But what I really want to do is make a board up where I can play 4 players. Yeah, that's right. I want to have 4 players playing Kill Team. So I'm going to shrink the actual people down a little bit, but make the board the same sort of size roughly. But obviously the tiles on the board are going to be shrunk down. So I am at the time of making this video also making the board to go with this new sort of size that I'm doing. So as you can see, yeah, tons of sort of spaceship tiles, but these are smaller. So the board itself isn't any smaller, but I'm making the tiles and the walls and the doors and everything else smaller, and I'm going to make the people smaller. So I'm using the Halot X1. We're using this to print out all the tiles. So there will be another video showing the board once I've completed it, because I'm still making it. And these are the miniatures I'm going to be using first. So Mr. Modular, obviously absolutely love this guy. Love all the orcs, obviously a ton of orcs over there. But he's got some really cool looking sort of mutant spaceship looking ones. So these are the ones that I'm going to be printing out. So because I will need to make 4 separate teams, just because I think that's going to be hilarious, having a 4-way kill team game. So yeah, printing these out on the Halot X1. So real easy printer to use. Been using this now for about the last year. Absolutely love it. Although I must admit, I think it's about time I changed the yellow FEP on it. So that's the film in the vat. As I've been using it now, well, I've been still using the original one that came with the machine, even though I had printed out so much stuff. So it's just a case of dragging and dropping, obviously all the little miniatures, the STL files, onto the slicer software here, and then just shrinking the size. So I am literally going 50% smaller. So say this just gives me more room on the board. So it's about the same size board, but being 50% smaller means obviously a lot more room. Especially if we're going to have 4 teams, I don't want them to be obviously all on top of each other as the thing starts. Yeah, it is obviously December, so I've started getting the old Christmas decks out. Obviously, doesn't interfere with the machine in any way. I absolutely love this machine. Say it's been working so well, and it's constant as well, which is pretty cool. Obviously, this is footage of the VAT plate coming up. As this, obviously, if you haven't seen it before, very different to most machines. Rather than the plate going down, this one has the VAT coming up. Just I think it's to ease the release of the print, which is pretty cool. So yeah, all the parts printed out perfectly as always. And again, Mr. Modular lives up to his name, very modular. So everything on his page, yet you can mix and match, which I absolutely love. And I say these are scaled down to 50%, still a ton of detail in them. And I have to admit, the more the more I do the scaling down, the more I really like the look of the figures. So I am also going to be doing Hero Quest. I'm also I like working on several videos at once, guys, because I just love what I'm doing. So yeah, as well as doing a kill team board and kill team, well, people, I'm also working on a Hero Quest board with some different Hero Quest miniatures. And again, that's all going to be reduced down by about 50%, which is going to be pretty cool. So like a travel one. So with these, primed in black, and then I'm doing, rather than doing a dry brushing in white, yeah, I'm just doing a zenithal highlighting. As I can't always see a lot of difference, especially in smaller miniatures, where trying to get the brush in to do the dry brushing, yeah, I think sometimes it's just easier, more convenient, and say there's not a lot of difference in the look. So obviously, I love orcs. Have done well. Funny, it's orcs that sort of started this channel. Um, Obviously, I was looking for the sort of Mordheim orcs or Lord of the Rings orcs. Came across Warhammer orcs, and yeah, as I say, rest is history. That's kind of how I'm here. I kind of stumbled upon Warhammer by mistake. Yeah, about 5.5 years ago, which is just nuts how fast time's gone. So obviously, I've got a few favourite greens that I use. So I'm going to use that obviously on the main miniatures here. But then I've got a different or like an off green to use on the the mutant ones. So say you're going to have 4 different teams. Definitely going to have like a team of orcs, team of mutant orcs, probably some sort of space marine looking ones, and then maybe some dwarfs because I do like my dwarfs. Dwarfs and orcs, they're kind of my go-to, especially when playing Dungeons and Dragons. That's kind of where I end up with dwarfs and orcs. So yeah, simple painting, speed paints. Obviously, big game changer for me in the world of painting. Prior to speed paints, yeah, I used to hate painting, mainly because I couldn't paint. Everything looked like like dog's dinner. Yeah, speed paints are great. Obviously, the metallic ones go on really well, but again, these ones I always have to put a wash on over afterwards, just because even when these go into like the nooks and crannies, they don't seem to sort of pull enough to make it look darker and lighter. So there's no real sort of contrast. But other than that, say the paints go on perfectly, which is really nice. So my favourite colour is orange, but this Zelot yellow seems to look a nice looking orange. So I've done that for their kind of jumpsuits. I think I'm probably going to be these alien ones just because I love the look of them. So got the aliens in their like orange jumpsuits, kind of like prisoners, I guess. And that made me think, well, the other guys need to be more like cops. So we're going to go for a nice dark blue for them. Obviously, this isn't Army Paint. This is Green Stuff World. Love their stuff as well. Dipping inks. If you know, try Dipping inks. Yeah, I'd highly recommend Dipping inks because they pull really nice. You just need to be careful when you do use them for the first time, not to get too much paint on your brush because they can be a lot more fluid than the Army Painter ones. And that's why, as you can see, sometimes I'm a bit cautious about getting too much paint on my brush, just because, yeah, you get too much on there and it will just run everywhere. Right, so apologies here. I can't remember if I took the footage and lost it, or if I just got that carried away painting these things, I forgot to film. That does happen quite a lot because obviously I love what I do. This channel is all about having fun. So I don't make videos for the sake of making videos. I make videos because I'm having fun painting and making new board games up. So yeah, I don't know quite what happened here, but I've sort of jumped a little bit. So these guys are pretty much finished. Just need a wash. So I'm going to use a normal wash on the prison guards. I'm going to use a red wash over the alien looking things. Just because again, I like mixing paints, trying different things, and I think the red wash over the green skin, it just gives it a bit more contrast, especially when you get up to that sort of color going into the nooks and crannies. Obviously, this is me painting eyes. Normally, I don't film me painting eyes because I can't do it for Toffee. Yeah, I didn't do too bad job there. 2 little blobs in the kind of center-ish. And yeah, just a case of going around and doing that to all of them. So typically, I do love miniatures that have helmets because there's no eyes. Makes things so much easier. And then pretty much the last thing to do with these guys, rather than giving them sort of white claws or nails even, yeah, I'm going to go black just because it looks a bit more menacing. But guys, check out the links down below to the Halot X1. Say awesome printer, really good if you're new or advanced. Works perfectly, and it's one of the ones where you straight out of the box, it's set up, and yeah, you're printing miniatures like this straight away. Okay, so this is how they've come out. Absolutely love the look of them. So I'm still working on the board, so I can't really show you that as well because, well, it's not done. It's nearly done. I just need to sort of paint it and print loads of the walls and bits and pieces, get them all done. But yeah, say can't wait to have a 4-man match of Kill Team. I think it's just going to be absolutely fun, hilarious, and there could be some cheating going on. So it would be a bit of grouping up to sort of take someone out. But there we go. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. So I'm loving this smaller scale. It does mean when it comes to the actual building of stuff, I can get so much more into a smaller space. Let me know if you agree, or if you'd like things to be bigger. Okay, guys, you take care. Like, share, subscribe, leave comments, all that fun stuff. See you in the next one. Bye for now.